Okay, my name is Jimmy Lee. I've been playing saxophone and clarinet since I was 8 years old. One of the first memories of music was my mother playing the piano and me playing a lightly row on the dog thing. My great-grandmother sitting there listening. Challenges that I've overcome through to stay or continue in the band. Really not that many challenges. I just, a couple of rough spots there, but I dropped out for a while and then dropped back in.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we started this band up, it was a new thing because it came in '89. I hadn't played for I don't know how many years, and I guess the last time I played it really was '63 or '64.
What year did you graduate high school?
'63.
Okay.
And
What high school did you go to?
Charleston High. And good memories in that band right there.
Tell me about your best musical memory.
The best one of the funniest was I got out of the Navy in '67. My mother was playing for the Light Opera Guild at the time, and we went down to Carnifax Ferry. I think it was Carnifax Ferry, and it was raining, and she had the umbrella up, and every now and then I was holding the umbrella over her head, and I was turning the pages in the music for her, and every now and then her hands would come out from underneath the umbrella, and they got wet. But that was a good funny one right there. But just stuff like train trips with the band and stuff like that. So it was a good experience.
What was your first musical memory? You said just like playing with your mom.
Yeah. And then
Who taught you?
Ned Guthrie, which later on he was president of the Musicians Union. He was a good guy. I know when we had a jazz festival over at the Holiday Inn there on the riverbank, and I walked in there and Ned was sitting there, and I said, "Mr. Guthrie," he said, "Wait a minute, don't say anything." And I said, I asked him how he was doing. He said, "Wait a minute," he said, "I'm trying to think." He looked up and he said, "How's Imogene?" That was my mother. So we hit it right off in again. So. And then another clarinet player I took from, golly, I can't remember his name. They were good guys they were good musicians because Mom was a musician, and her claim to fame was right after my dad died. Ned called her up. He said, "Imogene, I got a job for you." And he said, "I want the best." And she asked him, everything else like that. And she said, "Well, I have to talk to the kids, see what they think about it," because Matthew just died, or my dad. Anyway, she called me up and I said, "Well, what's the job?" She said, "The company in Liberace." It was in 1973. And I said, "Mom, that's a no-brainer." I said, "Go do it." Of course, I got in trouble with that too. There was another time that I found a bunch of Mom and Dad's love letters from over there in Morris Harvey. And we were sitting there eating dinner one night, and I said, "Oh, Matthew, every time I think of you, I get my feet tangled up in the piano pedals." It was the wrong thing to say. He said, "When we finish dinner, let's go down to the basement." "Oh, man, we're going to play the trains." Boy, we did. He was the engine, I was the booze. But anyway, that was... It all comes from music, put it that way.
So what advice would you give to a young musician just starting out?
Don't give up. Don't let anybody harass you over it. I'll be 77 in December. How many 77-year-olds do you see out there playing football? And I played for a little bit in Roosevelt, but Dad never wanted me to play because, he played over Morris Harvey and everything else like that. But he said, "I don't want you playing football," but I had to do it anyway. We were at Lately Field one day, and we practiced over there in the parking lot. There was broken beer bottles, railroad ballast in there. It was dusty and dirty and hot and everything else, and I looked across in the dust and everything else like that, and I saw the band over there, and I saw, all those girls over there, and I looked at these little stinky guys I was with and said, "This is a no-brainer." Get out of here.
That's right.
But as far as the kids, practice. Practice what you love. Don't give it up. If you reach a point where it gets tough, take a step back and look at what you got. Get your deep breath and go on and tackle it. Do it, but don't give up.
That is good advice. Thank you.
Thank you.